Hello and welcome to SPSS Class 2, starting from part S7. Now we're going to try and do a slightly more sophisticated table, only slightly, but with cumulative percentages in it. So we're going to go for the frequencies command, descriptive statistics, and looking at fee group. Oops, descriptive statistics, frequencies, and just see what happens if we put the fee group in there. And we should get something that looks like, let's decide to hide the output. Yeah, so this is kind of a start because it's got the groupings here and it's got the frequencies we're not really interested in. It's got the percentage here. So this is similar to what I found before. And here's the cumulative percent. So this is adding up the percentages as you go along. So 10% in the bottom category and then plus 13.5% in the next category gives you a total of 23.8. So it has got the cumulative percentages. The bad news is that it's got these other things I don't want, frequency percent, value percent. I don't really want that again. Also, it hasn't got the breakdown by states. It's just added all the states together, so that's useless. And also, it's vertical instead. I want it going horizontally, not down like that. So there's a few things that need to be changed about this. And the instructions hopefully are going to remind me and you of how on earth to do it. Yeah, so the first thing we're going to do is force SPSS to actually do the comparison, which it wasn't doing. And the way to do that is, if the command you're using won't automatically do the comparison, you can go to Data and find Split File, this one down here, Split File, and that gives you yet another pop-up box. And we can decide we're going to split it by comparing groups and comparing groups by state. So whatever variable you put in here, anything you do from now on, it'll repeat for each value of the states in India. So store that, and the thing is you have to remember it's split like that, because if you don't unconvert it, then every command you do from then on, it will try and repeat for every state, which could be annoying. A byproduct of this is it sorts it by state, so you can see everything's been sorted from Andhra Pradesh and so on, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, and then after you've done that, you do exactly the same frequency command as before, which you can use this magic button to bring up previous commands. So there's the frequencies. Don't have to change anything, just press OK. So this time, exactly the same command should give you a different result. Yeah, okay, so this is better. It's given you, so that it's got Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Delhi, and so on, all split up into the different fee groups. Fantastic. With the cumulative percent. So get in there. Probably still got to zap all this stuff that we didn't really want here and didn't really want here. Now, unfortunately, this is the end of the road for what you can do without getting into heavy programming with SPSS to make it just do it automatically. The only way you can change it from here into what you want is by a bit of manual editing, which is okay. So what you do is you double click it, and when you double click a chart in SPSS, it opens it up in a sort of editor window like this. Okay. And first thing we're going to do is to use this button up here, which is called the pivot controls. And if anybody knows how to use pivot tables in Excel, they're really, really powerful things, really excellent ways of rearranging data. When you press that button here, you get this. What that lets you do is just change the layout of what's in the rows and what's in the columns really, really simply. So I want the fees groups, instead of going down the side, I want them to be across the top. So I just put it up there. And that should do it. And I still want the states going on the side, the fees across the top. Close this. You can see now it's got more or less what you want. This is, you see how awkward it is. You could then resize this window because the window doesn't automatically resize. I don't think anyone's told SPSS that it's no longer 1998 when it comes to design of interfaces. Get with the program. So that's got it. It's looking much more like the one we want now. And in fact, if we trundle along down to the end here, we've got it. There it is. That's the table basically we're looking for. Cumulative percents along here, states in India here. So if you just screenshotted it, forget the rest, then you've got what you need. But of course you can't do that. So the next best thing is to manually delete it. So all you can really do is just delete a bunch of stuff like that. Just expand this and make sure I get it all. And literally just delete it. Don't delete the stuff at the top because that gets rid of the headings. Just delete this stuff down here and keep going until he gets the cumulative goodies over the 10 there, which is coming up sooner and sooner. There we are, I think that's it. And there is the wonderful finished product, which, if you want to compare it, it's difficult to do, but shrink it down a bit. Kingdom, come out wherever you are. There you are. There. See, and now you can see that we're getting sort of more similar thing. 2.2, 4.5, 39 points. That's on the top there. Himachal Pradesh to 6.1, 46. Yes. Jharkhand starts at 9.2 instead of 10. Yeah. So you can see that these figures now are looking much more like the ones that Kingdom found. So I've got a different sample of data, so it's not exactly the same, but it's children from the same states. And if you look at the percentages in groups, the distribution of fees they're paying in the private schools, in the sample I've got, is the same as in the Kingdom. So the results are compatible. So it shows that either it shows that Kingdom is great, or it shows that I haven't gone wrong, or that we're both on the wrong track together. But there we are. So that's reassuring. So we can create the cumulative frequency chart by that method. I should note that we didn't close the pivot table again. While you're in this thing here, you can just click on any item here and do a whole lot of formatting, change the colours, change everything using all these commands here. So if you want to make something look nice, you can format it using many options here to add colours and so on. So let's just close that. Once you closed it, then back in the output window, it's been updated here. So now you've got the final version here. Okay, so question 7, how close did it match the Kingdom data? Pretty closely. Okay, and before I finish this video, yes, I must remember to go back to here, as I said and then forgot, back to data and to split into files. Ooh, no, the one we had before, split it as file, and just go to analyze all cases. So now it's back to normal. Won't do that comparing everything again. It's important to remember that, to do that. Okay, so in the next one we'll go on to a yet more sophisticated kind of table called a custom table, but I'll save that for the next video. Thanks for watching.